I think we're there.
Well, it was a little iffy this time. It might be because of this guy, but I don't know.
What? Oh, no.
Again.
Nah. We're doing good. We're
All
doing good. It's spring.
It is.
I do have that picture that I'm going to question. When you took this picture to show later in the show of all that snow that was like just a few days ago that you guys had?
Yeah. That's just last week.
I mean, that is crazy. That is crazy.
Yeah.
Well, welcome everybody. It's Tony Cook along with the world famous brothers Mike and Jeff Zucker.
That's right.
We're
here.
World famous?
I don't know. Facebook famous, we'll say. Facebook.
Train show famous, hobby famous.
Yeah,
and we have got all kinds of new products. And for the first time ever, we're going to have a guest on the show.
That's right.
That's
because
that's big time.
Yeah.
Because we have such a cool announcement. So let me see if I can make all this work. There he is, Curtis.
There we go.
Marketing director of Broadway Limited. Hello, sir. How are you?
Good afternoon. How are you guys doing today? Excited to talk about some fun stuff coming to Spring Creek and to into customers' hands later on this year.
That is true. We are excited also. So
yeah,
that is
very much
big time.
I will bring up those pictures. Well, I want to talk about the car a little bit because I got the samples from Broadway Limited this week on the Kennefic. Have you guys seen it, Mike and Jeff?
Yes.
Oh, and
we've gotten our first big shipment in, so we're starting drool on that. So we apologize to any customers if they see any marks on the car box.
They drew. Yeah. They are everything. I mean, Curtis has shared from the renders to the shots of the car in black when they had the first test shots of the plastic. And I knew it was going to be cool and the price was so awesome and everything. But man, until I held that car this week and getting to play with all the touch stuff for the different lighting features, and Curtis just told me about another thing that I'm going to have to play with tonight of raising and lowering the interior lights as part of the touch thing too. And I didn't know that.
No.
But it is so much fun. Anyhow, there's more of these cars coming, and the reason Curtis has taken time out of his day to be with us Midwestern jawwaggers that we are here talking trains.
I'm in that boat. I'm from Illinois, so I'm in that boat too.
I should ask you, Curtis, because this is opening day. The Cardinals are hosting the Twins, but now that you're a transplant to Florida, are you rooting for the Cubs? I think they're in Arizona today.
I am rooting for the Cubs. They have a 10 p.m. Eastern time start first pitch in Arizona. So waking up early for work the next day, I might be showing up a little late if I can catch at least some of the game.
Wow.
We're right there with you, Curtis. We're Cubs fans here. So
there we go.
Here we go. Well, without further ado, let's take a look at, because Spring Creek model trains, I'm already telling you how cool this car is, but how about an exclusive car?
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
And there it is. Look at that. Wow.
So yeah, the Nebraska Express, 150th Express, right? So
yeah,
this is the anniversary, right?
Correct. Yeah. So the Union Pacific several years ago had a special excursion train that went through the state of Nebraska to celebrate the state's 150th anniversary and everything like that. And the governor of Nebraska, Pete Ricketts, was on the train. UP executives were on the train. And that logo and that emblem that you see there was on the business card, which is right there, of course, that you see in front of you. For those of you who don't know, that is the Lone Star. At the time of when it was hauling that drumhead, it was the Lone Star. Now it's currently known as Lincoln and was found on the back of the Big Boy Tour this past summer. When it went through the Midwest, it went through out to California. That car has been on the back of a lot of UP business trains and executive trains. And we're excited to have this be the second official UP platform observation car coming to HO scale. A lot of cool, unique details, a window arrangement, a roof arrangement. We'll go through all of that. But this car had a really cool history being involved with that train that went through Nebraska. I believe it was one of the UP E-units, 949, was the lead locomotive, and they had a modern diesel behind it and several other cars in the mix in that consist. And if you're looking to recreate that train, I think with Spring Creek being right in Nebraska, I think that's the perfect. There's a train of what it looked like.
That's awesome.
That's the perfect opportunity of something you can model on your home layout, especially if you model the UP Transcon route, modern day UP, or anything like that. That's just such a fun, cool exclusive, and I can't think of a better place for you guys to, or for this car to be purchased through than through Spring Creek, with it being
I
right
appreciate
part of the
that.
country. Yeah, it's just such a cool, unique perspective.
Yeah, we're excited about it. I mean, just from the state history too, this right then 150th anniversary. It's kind of a cool collection, right? Even for folks that don't model the Transcon UP area, right? Still be a cool thing about your collection yourself, right? So
it fits right into that. And if you're not looking to get the the shield version, like this drumhead version is a great alternative for that. It looks similar to the Kenefic, but there are a lot of differences. First noticeable difference you'll notice on the roof. It's kind of hard to see with the white background, but there is a white GPS dome on the top of the roof above the large window.
That is cool.
Yeah, so there's that. A different antenna arrangement too on the back. Window arrangement is different. There's a lot of differences, and warning labels and stuff are different on there too. So there's a couple of other offerings. There you go. So there's the side by side of, you have the Kenefic in the back, and then you have the Lone Star Lincoln on the front. And you can see the different roof variation details there, the grab iron placements. You'll see some of the wires. So if you look at the GPS dome, you'll see a wire that goes all the way to the platform side that they have for monitors, TV monitors on the inside of the car that they use for that to kind of track the train's progress. So the details, just like the Kenefic car, are going to be out of this world, and it's definitely going to add a lot of differences. There's the underbodies. You'll see the Kenefic on the top there, and then the Lincoln on the bottom you see. So UP rearranges their underbody details on these cars all the time. And so the underbody on the Lincoln is actually as most commonly found as we could when we were doing our research on the car. So it's not just a reusable thing. It's still some new tooling when you got the underbody details in different spots, the window arrangement, like I was saying. So it's a totally different thing. Yeah, there's a good look at the windows on the platform side. You got the Lincoln nearest you and the Kenefic on the far end. You can see how the Lincoln has the longer windows on the platform side there. And the interiors are also accurate to the prototype as well.
Oh, wow.
So we were able to get all the floor plans and everything. So it's a whole new car. Some tweaks and reusable of some of the toolings, like the trucks are reusable because they're used on both cars and everything like that. But it's a whole new car, same touch lighting features that people have been playing over or drooling over in some cases, and getting the chance to get that onto the back of your UP excursion train. There's a lot of great variants to use that for.
So Curtis, you guys get to go to like the in Council Bluffs? I forget what it's called right now. But,
so the cars are stored in Council Bluffs. We weren't able to go onto UP property, but we actually had a couple of connections through Union Pacific themselves. One of the guys that I've spoken to about these cars actually kind of manages the UP fleet in Council Bluffs. And so he was able to give us some really good information to that and able to show that off to us. That's a couple of other drumhead variants there, but just like the details, you got the writing on the door, the Lone Star writing on the door.
Isn't that cool?
You got the windshield wipers on the windows there. You can't see it from this angle, but underneath the railing, you got platform observation lights. So it actually shines down onto the platform from that perspective. Cool. So Tony, next time you're looking at your Kenefic, if you flip it over and look over at the top of the roof or above the platform, you'll see two lights there that are also.
Wow, I didn't catch that yet. Yeah. I don't think I ran it in the dark. These I always end up at some point running it at night, and I turn all the layout lights off just to kind of see oh, look at that. That's really cool. But it's a beautiful car and it rides fantastically. I mean, it is so cool. I mean, again,
these are also going to be a big hit.
Yeah, these have been talked a lot, and anytime that is, I always think, well, man, I hope it really is as good as they say. And I've been blown away. Now we got the Nebraska one, and look at that, guys.
Oh yeah, the bicentennial. Look at that. That's sweet.
So that's we're going to announce a second production run of Kenefic in the next couple of days here, and that is going to be one of the new item offerings is the Missouri Bicentennial. That version of the car was on the back of Big Boy Tour in 2021 when it went through the state of Missouri. So if you happen to live in the state of Missouri and you want to have that, you can do it. That's also as recently as 2024. So that was the car on the back of the Big Boy Tour this past summer. So you can see the Big Boy Tour drumhead there, and we're going to have that accurate too. They reuse the same drumhead on the Kenefic and for the Lincoln. So that'll be another option there too. And we're actually going through several different versions of these cars because at some point in time, UP originally had the side door yellow, and they also then repainted it to silver. So we're actually modeling both versions of that. As you can see on that photo, you'll notice that side door near the back is yellow. And so where it's appropriate, like on our model of this drumhead version, you'll have a yellow door on the car as it was in real life and prototypically. And where it was silver, it's going to be silver. So you'll see that in the artwork when it's all sent out and everything like that. But these cars are going to be fantastic. You'll again notice the underbody details. I mean, UP modelers have been going crazy for these cars, and just like the Kenefics, these are going to match the Walthers paint. So you won't have any off shades of coloring or anything like that on there. We really are excited about the future of these UP business cars.
Well, you definitely should be. They're pretty sweet.
Yeah.
So.
They're unbelievable.
Yeah.
I mean, so awesome. And the lighting thing, as I was saying, because I'd seen that demonstrated. I've seen some of those with the magnetic thing, or you can do DCC and all that. I'm like, boy, that just touching it, that's too simple. Like, that's so easy, and it's kind of cool. It'll never work, or it's not going to be like that. And I think I literally spent an hour yesterday just like red, green tail light, the back, track lights, the interior lights. Like, I was just playing with all the, like playing a keyboard. Like, this is so cool. And then this shows some of the other cars too that are coming up. Those are the two business cars, but this is what the Fox River is back there, Curtis, and then the power car as well, right?
Yeah.
Top?
Yeah, the power car is at the top, and the power car is really cool because we're actually going to have sound cars and no sound cars, and then you'll also have different detail arrangements. The one in the photo there, I believe, has the antennas, which you would more commonly find on the train when it has diesels pulling. You'll see the antennas on the back there. Yep. That is, like I said, most commonly found when there's diesels pulling it, because you'll actually find antennas on the front of the diesels. And we have it there on the Fox River too. And it's a video relay feed that actually will send camera angles to the front. Or if executives are sitting in the Fox River, for example, it'll send a video relay feed throughout the train where there's TV cameras appropriate. And you'll be able to have that there too. And the executives who are watching the train wherever they're riding, they can watch both the front and rear view depending upon where they're at in the train. Yeah. So all that accuracy into there is what we've gone out with these cars, just because customers have really been aching for these cars. And I've seen custom made cars go on sale for eBay, and they start at like a bid at like $400, and then they end at like $1,000 or something. But you can get these cars from us at a really good quality and a really high detail level for a street price of about $129, or MSRP rather of $129.
I mean, it is. I mean, it is, Curtis. As we said, I thought it'd be the model of the year, and at its price, it's the deal of the year too. Somehow they're both. Yeah. It's like it's one of the coolest models to come out this year. And then again, it's like, man, that kind of money, yeah, I'll take two. It's like that's so cool. Yeah, very cool. Yeah. Let's recap them here before I told Curtis we wouldn't keep him forever because he's Eastern time. So this is the first anybody's getting to see these. These will be announced officially at the Rocky Mountain Train Show in the next couple weeks. When is that?
It's not a week from this weekend. Yeah,
from this weekend in Denver, and of course Spring Creek will be there. But you're getting to see them here first. The Spring Creek exclusive Nebraska will be announced and it'll be with the Lone Star, and then the Missouri Bicentennial one will be a Kenefic, and then there's a second run coming Lincoln and Lone Star.
We're going to redo all of the Kenefics except for the primer gray. We won't have that in the second production run, but we'll have all of the Big Boy Drumhead and the George Bush Funeral Train, all of those ones that have just came out. We're going to redo them again in the second production run with that one being the Missouri Bicentennial being the newest edition. And then besides this Nebraska 150 Express one, we've got several other versions that will be announced as well. And you'll be able to see that full announcement at the Rocky Mountain Train Show. But this is probably, I think, probably my favorite looking drum head of
Oh,
all the bunches that we've
That's
got.
so cool.
And I think it's going to be a big winner. So I'm really excited to see customers' reactions when they get it, and I'm hoping that you guys are going to be able to enjoy it yourselves. Hopefully, if you guys have a home layout at some point, you can put it on the home layout and be like Tony and mess with the lights for an hour.
Right. I love it. That's awesome.
Well, I know for sure where one of these is going to end up. It's going to be in the case there at the checkout.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Showing
There
this
you
off. I can already tell you that's probably where
Yep.
the first one that comes out of the box is going to go.
Yep.
Curtis, thanks so much for giving us some time today.
Curtis.
Can I ask one last question? I know
Yeah.
on the drum head, we looked at this one. Why didn't we pick the one with Mike smiling and waving? Did it just not fit in the drum head?
I was thinking about this when he was going over to the Fox River. I rode in the Idaho, right, which is the other theater car that they had.
Yeah.
And I can feel my stress level going up because I had to do a couple presentations inside that with those screens that you were talking about. So
Yep.
I stood in the back of that car a couple times, pointing up there. It's like, yep, we're going to do this and that. And, getting grilled by all the executives sitting in the seats. So
Very cool.
thanks for that.
Yeah.
You're
welcome.
I need to be standing in there with sweat, right? And
Yeah.
We'll get Yelton to do it.
Yelton guy.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, we'll
We'll
get Dan at
now,
Yelton to do a 3D figure of Mike sweating to put on the back of the car.
Inside the theater car. So.
There
awesome,
you go.
Awesome. Well, Curtis, I hope the Cubs are victorious tonight in Arizona.
Woo, thank you.
We will
appreciate
talk to you soon. Have a good time at the Rocky Mountain Train Show.
Yes, and Mike and Jeff,
Thanks,
I hope you guys will be at the show too, so we can meet in person.
Yep,
and,
I'll be there with the Spring
awesome.
Creek booth. So yeah.
All right, we'll see you guys there, and thanks so much for having me on. I appreciate it.
Yeah, good
thanks,
seeing you,
Curtis.
Thanks, Curtis.
Awesome.
Oh,
that's so cool. Aren't those? Wow, those are really cool.
Oh, that's amazing.
And that car's so beautiful. Yeah, I got to have them all. And this Nebraska one and the Missouri one, I didn't know about the Missouri one until he shared those with me this afternoon. It's like I'm gonna have a stack of these things. It's just too cool.
But they're
so how do you adjust the lights? Maybe can you describe that for?
Yeah,
like,
it's
or something?
There's no. That's the thing. I thought it would be like that, magnetic or whatever. And no, you literally. Let me grab the car here. Not that you'll get to see it.
I missed what he said. So.
Just touch it.
You just touch it as you go across.
You touch them, and there's a little card that came in the box and shows you each of the areas. So, like, if you touch here at the back end of the car, I think it turns on like the rear track lights, and then as you move down, it shows you the different spots. Like up front here, there's 2 spots to touch, and that does the red green back and forth. You can turn them off, turn them on, have both on, one on green, one on red. You can turn the drum head on and off. And the thing Curtis was telling me, the interior light thing, and all you do is like this,
really,
and it works. And because it's
so
like,
cool.
well, I can't believe that. How does it know that? And works great. There's a capacitor in here. I ran it all day yesterday. No flicker to the interior lights and everything. Ran perfect. But the interior thing here too is about there where you can turn on these lights on and off. And what Curtis was saying was just hold your finger and it'll do like the fade down, fade back up.
That's gonna be cool.
It's a beautiful car.
That is so awesome.
It is so cool. So very cool.
That's changing the lights on a passenger car for sure.
Yeah,
it's the design that went into that.
Oh
right?
yeah,
and the thought process. That's I applaud Broadway.
Absolutely.
I like it because it's simple.
That's the thing. It's simple, well thought out. Right. I applaud.
There's not. I have to. What CV do I got to turn on? What this?
Yeah.
What that?
I mean, when it's so simple that even I can do it, it's like that's too cool. Yeah, that is too cool. So there's the Broadway cars, and then we got a bunch of new stuff to talk about, shows and whatever. So we'll just keep rolling here. This is
Bachman.
This is Bachman's caboose. This is a one-off Union Pacific paint job that they're going to do in one of the next rounds. They just showed this week. Matt from Bachman shared these pictures with me, and they're doing that, and they're doing a family lines, which
nice.
There's a road you don't see a whole lot of, but these are new runs in that HO scale Bachman caboose, and these are early samples, so they're still a little bit a ways away, but they should be out later this year sometime. And those look really sweet. And it's got Mopac reporting marks. I got to look that up.
That's cool.
Yeah, see what that is. But it's very cool that they're doing a one-off scheme. New Amfleet cars back in stock from Bachman as well. And then the SC44 Siemens Charger, that Ace scheme and the Coaster scheme are coming out. I'm trying to remember. I'm trying to remember to put some of the comment. You know, I'm still getting, as the control center guy here, I'm still trying to figure all the buttons and everything out running the show.
Yeah, you're doing great.
Oh yeah, awesome.
And this is the new, you know, these kind of snuck past me. This is the Santa Fe and the Southern Pacific. This is the Broadway Limited T1A Berkshires.
The Berkshires,
Yeah. And boy, aren't those, they're really attractive looking locomotives.
Yeah, they are.
Super detailed.
Yeah. Really nice. I think Boston and Albany maybe is the prototype for them. I've got these two going to Jack Ross is reviewing these for Model Railroad News. But boy, yeah, it ran beautifully, and I really liked them. They were very cool steam locomotives. And then Jason Quinn has got, this is another Broadway piece. This is the C&O K2 Mikado, a brass hybrid. And he's a big C&O guy. Jason Quinn is. It's reviewing for Model Railroad News. And I said, hey, have you got any of the brass hybrid Broadway Limiteds? No, I've never had one. I said, well, you need one, and I got a C&O one that you're going to like.
Yep. And I need an article.
And I need an article. But yeah, it's very cool. And then the big like Vandy tender.
Oh yeah,
that's cool.
That's very sweet. And then I got to show it again just because it's so cool. There's the samples rolled in this week on this the car. You guys have them in stock. This is part of the first run group, the Spirit of the 1943. There's the regular just little UP Shield, and then the big boy one. But oh man, these are beautiful cars. I'm reviewing the Spirit of 43, and I've got 2 reviewers that are going to give input on both these. So
that's awesome.
Amazing car. Class 1.
Yep.
The General Steel heavy duty flat cars have rolled in again. I've got 4 of these that showed up this week. This is a Cotton Belt and Rock Island, which of course really caught my attention. And you've got the roller bearings and friction on the Cotton Belt. And, you know, I know they had a little bit of issue with this first run with some warpage on the past run. This is the second run. And the 4 I looked at were all dynamite. Perfect looking cars.
Yeah, that's awesome.
And this is such a neat car. I've got a transformer load that Dan at Yelton sent to me this week that would be ideal for putting on this. And I know you guys stock a lot of that kind of stuff too. But if you don't have one of these heavy duty cars, it's just such a cool prototype that it's worth having. I don't know what all the road names are in the bunch. The Rock and the Cotton Belt, of course, caught my attention. But and I know you guys. That's the nice thing about doing the show with you guys is you sell everything. You've got like Class 1, you've got Moloko, you have Tangent, you have, you know, Scale Trains. It's like we can talk about any products. And I'm like, oh yeah, no, they do carry that. Yeah, of course they do.
We try. So
yeah, there's so much anymore.
Yeah.
These are
the Burlington one.
Isn't that nice?
Yeah, so sharp on that show dog.
This is the new. These are the Class 1. Literally this week, I've gotten high cubes from Walther's Proto, the Pullman Standards. I got Class 1 Model Works, which I believe, that's these. And then I got the Scale Trains, that first group of thralls with the high ladders and the running boards on the roof. So it's been like gigantic boxcar week here at the post office.
Yeah.
But boy, yeah, they are very, very cool. This is, again, what did I say? Yeah, these are the Class 1s. The 8-door or 4-door. I always get confused on these because I think now they call these 4-door, counting both sides.
Yep.
And they call that 8-door. I don't remember. I think the
old or a quad door or 2-door.
Okay,
but they do call it 8-door.
That's
or
it.
4-door. Yeah,
that's it. I think now,
several times.
Yeah. So that always throws me. I think I'm still stuck on old like Athearn Blue Box nomenclature that called them like 4-door and 8-door, which may not be correct because I think they now say like 2 and 4. So yeah, don't quote me on that. But boy, that Burlington is sharp. New look at the Rapido FTs, and I hope these do well. This is the second round of samples on these. They've enhanced the grill work that they weren't happy with it the first time. And these are shots that they put out this week showing this next round of these. And I'm really eager to see them because, man, there's a lot of really squirrely paint schemes in these early FTs, it's like, well, I'd never recognize that as Western Pacific or Cotton Belt or whoever. It's like, yeah, it's only on their FTs. So I'm eager to see these. But that's a look at those. Those are coming in HO.
Looking good. Hey,
And look at this.
look at that little guy.
What is this?
Look at this.
What is this?
Is this so cool or what?
25th anniversary. Gotta go big.
Man.
Yeah.
You had Katie make this for you.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
There's the logo on it.
There a lot of help. Matt Gentry helped us out too, so that was fun getting the design together. Had some friends help us look at it. So
very cool. Little what, like cement hopper, or what's your thought on what's a carrying?
This is a little PS2 cement hopper.
Yeah,
is what we shot for because we have family history with doing concrete work for a lot of years, so we thought it kind of tied in well with us. And then we played off of with KD being U.S. based, we went for the American made angle with it. And our hope was to do one in N scale. It didn't pan out because there are this car is made in both scales.
Wow.
So, but it just didn't. Unfortunately, didn't pan out. But
next time we'll figure
something out the next time. So.
But yeah, pretty awesome. So it's a neat car. The printing job they did on it was pretty sweet. So
it looks awesome. Yeah, I was really impressed with
these.
These just showed up today. That you guys had sent me these, and we've got those Exact Rail 4780s to look at. And yeah, I was blown away by this car. It's very cool. I'm gonna put it with my Kennefic business car and maybe the little Rio Grande Jeep 15 and run that around the layout. It's like my special train. And then these are your new. I saw the video that Jeff did on the Exact Rail 4780s, and this is a new Spring Creek exclusive. What are these, Jeff?
Well, these are the what they call the Cornhusker series of grain hoppers. So in the per diem era, a lot of the elevators had their own hopper cars around Nebraska, and they had a bunch of different paint schemes. They've been done before. Some have been done before from model die casting on I think it's the FMC 4700 hopper.
Yeah.
Which was not the right hopper. The Evans hopper is the correct hopper car for the Cornhusker series cars. There are a few Pullman standards, but most are on these Evans. So these two here, Clay Center and Fairmont, had never been done before. And we had seen them live and late here in the 2000s even, still running around. So we kind of went after them because they're close to home for us. And they've been, I mean, this project started with Exact Rail before Scale Trains purchased Exact Rail. And it continued then with Exact Rail.
Scale Trains.
Pardon me.
Been awesome.
And the printing is just, I mean, everything is readable under magnification. You can read it all.
Oh, that's crazy.
So there's some neat stuff written out there that you wouldn't normally have got. And we're looking forward to them being very popular, which they have been so far. And hopefully we'll get to do more in the future.
Yeah.
They are really sharp.
I don't remember the number. I
thought the Clay Center only had like 5 real cars.
Yeah, one of these two only had 5 real cars. So
we did 3 of the 5. So you could almost have the entire
Wow.
Yeah,
and these are available now, right? We can call and order these. Same for the anniversary car. So if you want to get a bunch of collectible hoppers, you can do it all in one shot. Call. This is available. It's, how much is it? 40.
This one is 45.
45. It's a Katie made HO PS2, the 25th anniversary car. And then these Exact Rail 4780s are also available now from Spring Creek. And you've got 3 road numbers on the one. Are there 3 each?
There's 3 each. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
And they're all 3 cars are on the website too.
So. Oh, okay, cool.
Yep.
Yeah, and I think these are $40 each.
I can't,
if I remember right.
I can't remember.
So
too many numbers right now in my head. Curtis threw me for a loop this week.
Those cars have been a long project to get done, and we're excited to have them.
They look good.
And Dave and Deb are at a train show this weekend in Moline, Illinois. So if you're over there, they'll be in the booth. Check them out. You know, they traveled the country. They didn't just stick around Nebraska. So,
wow, very cool, very cool. And these came in from Scale Trains. This is the Fox Valley Models reissue of what was MTH tooling with electronics and drive mechanism changes and upgrades of the NW Class J. I think, I've got a bunch of J's from different people over the years. I guess I never had one of the MTH. This whole thing is die cast.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
I mean, the tender too. This literally is like, don't drop this, you'll break your toe. I mean, I think it was 2 pounds and 6 ounces.
Wow.
For both of the pieces together. I mean, it's a tank.
That's awesome.
Really nice sound and DCC equipped. Oh, I thought I had a box picture there. I think I showed a box picture last time. But yeah, brand new, and there's the spirit of Roanoke. And then this is there's early and late as built looks, and this is an early as built 602. But wow, what a beauty. And these are new from Fox Valley Models brand through Scale Trains. Have you gotten these cabooses yet?
We did, and they're gone.
I was going to say, are they gone? Because I would not have thought. I knew he was working on a Southern caboose, and I'm like, well, yeah, I guess there's probably Southern guys, but I bet it won't sell like some of the others. And yeah, I heard these just boop.
Oh yeah, it was so fast.
That 1975 repaint was. We didn't even get a chance. It was gone before we could even get an order.
It was only a couple hours in. We thought we were on top of it. So
isn't that amazing? But wow, yeah, this is the 7th all new caboose for Tangent Scale Models, and again another home run. I love all the cabooses and stuff like this being done because we didn't. There was a time do you want a wide vision or a bay window it's not exactly, but close enough. And now it's like, no, they're dead on. And boy, these are really awesome looking.
Yeah, they are.
Here's a question for you. And I've asked a couple of people and I haven't got out. Well, I think it is. I think this new X29 boxcar is the first, because it's just a 40-foot sliding door boxcar. I think it's the first time there's been a proto-branded 40-foot HO sliding door boxcar.
Oh, I think you're right.
Didn't they do some of these as part of the General Deluxe run?
Yeah, it was part of the General Pincy thing, but the whole this model, I don't think this has been out before ever. Like, I think it's new, isn't it? I mean, as far as the tooling.
Yeah, it's definitely new. And the X29 is a home built Pennsylvania design.
But boy, it's a sharp looking car. These
yes, they are.
And there's a couple of different. I think this is the later with the sill, maybe for the door is added, and then the merchandise one, you can see, doesn't have that sill on it. But yeah, really impressive that those are nice and available individually. But I'm a 40-foot boxcar fan, as you know. I've hauled a lot of 40-foot boxcars out of your place over the years, and this is nicely done. You can see the little grabs up on the see-through running boards. But yeah, nice piece. So if you need yet another 40-foot boxcar, and who doesn't, that's what to get. Yeah. And here's that load that Dan sent from Yelton. That would be perfect on those Class 1. It's a transformer load, I believe, that he put together. And then there it is. He painted one up. He sent me the pictures early on, and then he said, well, I've painted and weathered it a little bit because it looks better. And I think he's got,
oh yeah, look at that.
That's a labeling on it. Yeah. But that's a nice piece. And again, would be perfect for that one car. And then stuff you guys got coming up, I guess. I can't believe this is the end of March, but this really is. Wow.
Where did it go?
I have no idea. And that East Moline is what, Quad Cities?
Quad Cities, yep.
Yeah.
They're on their way over there right now. Be setting up tomorrow. So yeah, pretty awesome.
And then the other train show we talked about briefly, the big one, the Rocky Mountain Train Show, is not this weekend, but next, which will be the beginning of April.
Yeah,
that's right.
Yeah.
Pretty crazy. So,
wow.
Yeah, we got a big crew heading out there for that one. So be set up with the big trailer. So.
And I don't know which show this was.
That was the one in Papillion, Nebraska. Up by Omaha.
Okay.
So,
but yeah, I saw this recently with Dave working the show there, and I see someone all done up for Chiefs.
Yep. Oh yeah.
Yeah. And then I can't believe this because everybody watched. We were going to do this show last week, and Mike I'm sitting there having coffee, and Mike's like, "We have no power, and there's a blizzard." And I'm like, let me look outside. Like, what? It's like, you're not that far away from me. What do you mean? It's like sunny and 65 here, huh?
Yeah.
But this is the front of
this was right before Jeff and I decided we're just going to close the store.
Wow.
And it got worse after this. I know we got a lot of backlash on the phone or out on this picture that this wasn't a blizzard, but it got worse than what you see here. So we were home by the time it got worse. So
here our local power district.
Wow.
Just today hooked up the last customer that lost power.
Yeah, it took a week.
That crazy.
So there was, and there's still a bunch of meters without, they're just not houses. They're like irrigation wells and that kind of thing.
Like 10 miles west of us, they had power poles all over the highway and stuff. I mean, like the whole line just broke over and fell on the highway right there.
This time of year, you think you're out of the woods, that winter's about done, and it's like, oh no, batten down the hatches, because this time of year can just be crazy. Yeah.
Oh yeah. Yep. And the weather forecast up here say on today here again, so it won't stick around. But it's like, who wants to deal with it?
That's crazy. I'm getting close to being able to mow. I saw my redbud tree has been popping out, and I see my lilac bush is starting to show up. So I think it's looking like spring here. So yeah. Are you still there?
25.
I think we got some pictures that show Jeff's.
Oh, cool! Awesome.
Here,
yeah. You got the presenter.
Yeah. I'm gonna give it a shot. So slide
screen.
Share the screen. Share screen. We're getting there, I think. Here we go. Oh, this one. Share this one.
There we go.
Sorry. Here we go.
So these were taken by a friend of mine, Donnie Berg, at our last Primo event we had down in Garden City, Kansas. So,
cool.
This is some of the scenes that were down there. This one is a popular one that's called Matfield Green, which is an actual location on the Santa Fe Transcon there in southern Kansas. And a couple guys were double heading some challengers there together. And then here's one of those Broadway Berkshires. A guy had his there that weekend and ran it around. That was fun. That had Joe all excited because he had to dig out his steam engine then and show it off to everybody too.
There you go.
Nice.
Some SP powered.
Yeah.
I like
nice it. SP train rolling through.
Yep.
Showing off the well, it's called MSS, but it's pretty much just automatic block signaling.
Oh, cool.
System on the layout.
Oh, that's cool.
Oh, that's nice.
This module set here will be at Deschler. This is a Wichita Union Terminal or a Union Station, one of the two. I can't remember if it's terminal or station, but it's a really, really nice module set. And
I like the lash up.
Yeah, right.
The B unit. And then what, you got another B unit there?
Yeah.
Or a Jeep of something.
Yeah, and then a Jeep.
7. That's cool.
And lastly, a little bit of Wichita Union Terminal or station set up with some trains sitting in there. You can see the building that's just the first piece back there of a 4-piece structure he's making. So it should, when it's all done, you should definitely go. I know where that is. That's Wichita's station. So we're pretty excited. We're got that event coming here at the end of April on the 26th and 7th here in Deschler. And it's the Fremo event is a layout set up at our event center, and it's free to the public to come in and see the layout. Of course, we'll have long store hours for that weekend with everybody in town, and it's a lot of fun.
Yep, free event Saturday and Sunday. What did we say? The 26th
6th and 7th. Yep.
of April. So here in
Awesome.
town.
Awesome.
So. Yep, come on down for that. That'll be fun. So it's always fun to see what those guys have, what the updates have been since last year, what the layout looks like this time around. So
we have a lot of new people to Fremo, I guess is the way to put it, or at least new modules to Fremo. So we have a group of guys coming from the Kansas City area, have a young man coming from the Denver, Colorado area, and then of course our Nebraska and our Kansas guys are coming as well. And I guess we got a couple guys from Texas that'll be their first time up too.
Yep.
Wow, cool.
It should be a lot of fun this year, and I'm ready for it. I'm tired of organizing. I'm ready to go. So
run some trains.
I'll do my duty as I need to.
That's right. That's right.
Very cool.
Yeah,
very cool.
An scale event this year. Our N scale Fremo setup will happen during the July show. So we'll have some N scale Fremo at that. So anyway, we're always trying to get both scales set up throughout the year if we can do it. So,
very cool. And that's April 26th, 27th.
That's
at the
correct.
store. Yeah. Awesome. All kinds of stuff. All kinds of stuff on. Yeah. Are you guys going to the Rocky Mountain show?
So I'll be there. So it'll be myself, my daughter's going, and then Dave and Deb, and then Bruce. So we'll have 5 of us there.
Oh, cool.
Working the show and being around. So definitely stop by the booth. We'll be at the same spot. I can't tell you exactly where we are, but kind of straight in from the doors through the next set of doors next to the food stand is kind of where we're at. So, that's what I remember. So, yeah, it's not too bad. So it's a good spot, real good spot.
And then East Moline is this weekend. So coming up this weekend.
Yep.
Awesome, guys. Well, I will see you guys then right at a month because I'll be up for one of the days on the Fremo. So looking forward to seeing you all then. And no snow. Don't have any snow for me.
No, it should be done.
No, by then it should be over.
The craziest thing about the snowstorm, at least in town, which is super nice, like most of it even started melting that same day. I mean, it buried the town. But anyway, it was pretty crazy. So.
Wow.
Good times.
Yeah.
Well, awesome. Thanks for the time today. Great show. Fun getting to visit with Curtis and talk about that new car. And remember, exclusive coming, the Nebraska 150 will be available from Spring Creek. So, and all that gets announced at the Rocky Mountain Show, but you got to see it here today.
That's right.
That's right.
Awesome. Well, thanks, guys.
Thanks,
Tony.
Have a good one.
You too.